Hello. So I'm going to be streaming a bit of Mountain Blade again, Warband. I was wanting to do a stream last night, but I have an ear infection at the moment. It's quite painful and I just didn't really feel like it. So I'm just going to be playing a game rather than doing anything on webcam. So at the moment I need to recruit a load of volunteers because my Warband party got wiped out when I was fighting in the big wars on this with a load of the other sort of lords on it. So as you can see at the moment I've only got a couple of crossbowmen because most of my party's dead. Yep, so to hello everybody that's just joining, as I said I'm going to be streaming some Warband for about an hour. And when I was playing this last night, obviously I wasn't streaming it then, a load of my men got wiped out in a big war, so I need to recruit a load more volunteers and get them trained again to actually have a functional army. But I found Rodok crossbowmen are actually really good, so they're just basically what I'm using as the backbone for all my troops now. Well, Mountain Blade, Warband, Bannerlord, which is like Warband 2 pretty much, is meant to be coming out this year, but they've been saying that for several years in a row. They always keep posting updates on it. So I'm hoping at some point there's actually going to be, you know, that's good, 17 men from there. I hope at some point there's actually going to be... Quest failed, well yeah, because of course I couldn't respond to him and all my troops were dead. So, yeah, if Bannerlord 2, or if Bannerlord comes out, that should be really good, actually getting a properly updated Mountain Blade game, but at the moment, as I said, there's not really been any updates on that. Right, so let me deploy my crossbowmen all on this side of the river. So obviously those troops with the little yellow sort of icons over them aren't my troops, so I've just got all the peasants and crossbowmen that I'm needing to train up now to become actual functional soldiers. Oh, shot friendly. They're in the way of my bolts. This isn't very good, they're blocking on my crossbowmen. This is the problem when you end up getting involved in a fight where there's other people, because they've got all these well-armoured, disciplined troops, and I've got all these peasants that I'm trying to train, and it makes it really impossible because my men get to not do much. I actually got a load of prisoners I could sell to one of those ransom brokers if I ever find one, and yet I get nothing of good loot. The game's Mountain Blade Warband, one of the best RPGs ever made, but very buggy and everything else. Yeah, I'll renew my contract. Have I got any ready for upgrade? No. So, if I go to Yarlan, whatever it's called, and see if there's a slave trader type guy there to sell my prisoners to. A bit of extra money, although I've got a lot of money at the moment. So obviously as I'm playing a game here I won't be able to check the chat too much, but I'll hopefully be able to check it a bit more than when I'm playing stuff like Stalker, because a lot of this game isn't, you know, like, oh I need to be constantly not trying to get shot. Only when I'm in a battle is that the case, not when I'm playing stuff like that. Oh good, some soldiers are ready to upgrade now. Right, I've only got one ready for upgrade, great. I'm just basically doing nothing but crossbowmen, because I'm sort of using Napoleonic line infantry tactics, but just with crossbowmen, which actually seems to work really well in this game. Because the crossbowmen get sidearms and they can fight well enough with them if they get to your line, but obviously the more crossbowmen you have, the less of their soldiers even reach your line. Right, let's see in the tavern, is there the slave traders who sort of randomly walk around? No. Okay, go to the marketplace, I might as well sell that crap I have there for no money. What was that one from years ago then? It'd be 2012, my first one on this channel. Why would you eat a gas mask? That was good, that was 11 volunteers from there. I wish in Mountain Blade there was somewhere you can actually go where you can reliably find bandits, because a lot of the time in this you can't. Like, when you've got no troops, they just swarm in on you and keep wrecking you, and it's no fun. And then when you've got a big warband, and you want to actually fight people, you can't find bandits. This is Mountain Blade Warband. I've not got the title in the stream, because otherwise I have to keep changing the stream titles every time before streaming. So what I'll do is, once the stream's finished and the video turns into a regular video, I'll put all the information in that. Some soldiers are ready to upgrade. I can only get another crossbowman. When my main character upgrades, I definitely need to keep improving my leadership, because that gives me like how many troops I can have in total. Party size report. Okay, I can have 68 total, but I think that's 67 because it includes me in that number. So obviously, the bigger your army is, although it costs more and uses more food per day, it means that you've got more of a chance when you come into combat with bigger enemies. Which is a problem when you start fighting wars in this. Like, you'll sign up and you have 60 soldiers and like, oh yeah, this will be good, I'll follow around another lord. Then you get involved in a big battle and like armies come in with 400 odd troops, and your 60 troops get decimated even if they get a really good kill death ratio. They don't have any regular food supplies. Make sure you give me a shout in the chat as well if anything goes wrong with the stream again. As it's not the webcam, I doubt it will freeze, but obviously let me know, and then I can stop and start the stream again. No, it's not set in real life. The game's set in sort of Europe, but it's not Europe in the game. So if we look at the map, Swadia is meant to be Western Europe, that's the area here. The Nords in this is basically Scandinavia and the Nordic countries. This place, what's Vagris, whatever it's called, that's basically the Slavic places. The Kerigit, Khanate, whatever it's called, that's the sort of Mongol horde area. And then the Cyrenid Sultanates, the Islamic sort of area. The Rhodoks, who I'm playing as, are meant to be like the Swiss and the Italians during the medieval period. So all the factions and weapons in this and everything are based off of real things, but not, I've already been into this one, but not, directly. There's lots of mods that actually put the game in Europe, well, like all the things are renamed and they've made the map of Europe exactly. I'm just streaming earlier in the day today because I think Weapon Collector normally streams on Friday night, so I don't want to stream when he's streaming because I'll be watching. Oh no, that guy's chasing me because he's after me. because I was raiding their supply caravans and killing their soldiers. I was trying to engineer a war, but it didn't actually happen. Yeah, the actual thing is you're not going to find anywhere cheaper than eBay. So I really need to now just find a load of forest bandits or something where I won't be interrupted and I can fight them, and then I can upgrade lots of my soldiers. Because I already have a very big Warband 65, that's almost at my limit. It's just obviously I need it to be a bit, keep upgrading that, and I obviously need the soldiers to be decent soldiers, not peasants with pitchforks. I think that might be my limit now. I'll definitely get 2 bags of grain. 68 plus, yeah, so 68, the 5 prisoners which aren't counted in the total, and obviously me, that makes 69, so that's my entire, Now I need to be careful going through Swadia because we're technically at war with them, which means that I might get, like, actual armies just turn up and kill me really quickly. Oh. Can I engage the Cyrenid guy? I know he's got 31 trained soldiers and I've got 68 sort of crap soldiers, but maybe I can actually beat him. Let's try this. There we go. Right, this is probably going to go very badly, but let's try this. So I'm going to put all my troops on the hill. Right, I might as well order everyone to charge because I don't have enough crossbowmen to deal with all their troops. It doesn't look good for me, does it, with all these guys wiping out my troops? Let's get a quick battle report up. Yep, I'm nearly totally exterminated already. I've got 25 troops left. Oh. Come on, somebody come over and help me, please. Oh, he's making a distance. Okay. There we go. Wish they'd stand still, that would make it easier for me to shoot them. Oh, I'm nearly dead. Let's see if I can back away from him enough and then either shoot him with the crossbow or come back in. Problem with a polearm is you can't use it very effectively up close. Oh. That was good. I've probably lost nearly all my troops. Yeah, I've only got 8 left. Mostly, I've got 22 wounded, so at least they'll still be alive. How many enemy troops are there? 5. I might still be able to do this, but obviously I'm very low on health. Obviously, if my army was working as intended at the start of this battle, all my troops would have been just doing this all along. It's like 70 crossbowmen, but... How many of them are left? 1. Right, we'll give the charge order, then we can hunt down the last guy. Then I'm going to have to lick my wounds for a while, but... The soldiers I have left at least should be pretty well trained after a decent battle like this, where I was clearly horribly outmatched. Interesting enough, speaking of Taiwan, that's actually where nearly all the crossbows come from. That people assume they're made in China, crossbows are actually made in Taiwan. I think Polang and Mankang are both Taiwanese companies, if Taiwanese is actually the correct term. Where's that coming in from? Oh, it's hiding behind a tree. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I had 39 killed, 22 wounded. They had 22 killed, 7 wounded, which doesn't look great, except they're much better troops than I had. Most of my guys are peasants. So, yeah, I'm going to upgrade everybody that can be upgraded, but I really need to find a town. There we go, I'm going to have a lot more crossbowmen at the end of this. That's much better, but now I need to definitely get to a town. Oh, I've got some 35 head armor, that's pretty good. Okay, so what I need to do now is get to the castle, and I can wait here for some time. I can use that to heal my person. Oh, my companion's going, oh no, lots of our troops died. Yes, they did, because it's a war. Right, wait here for some time. We'll do that just till I'm healed, and my troops are healed, which will be a couple of days of in-game time. I'm assuming the mask is so knackered or doesn't fit your face properly, that's why it wouldn't create a vacuum. No, I'm not playing multiplayer. I think with multiplayer it's just generally battles. I really like the single player in this, where you obviously have to build up your army, fight with people and everything. So we'll give that another in-game day, and then I'll check my health thing. I need to get to a town as well and sell off all my supplies. But I need to be careful, because obviously when I'm in the castle I'm protected, but there's Cyrenid patrols going around here. So I need to get either to there or there, back behind our lines really. Right, let's move at night because there's less visibility. Okay, so my guy's at full health again. I assume most of my party is healed. Yeah, some of them are ready for upgrades. What would be a good thing to upgrade? Let's give her a point of leadership. And another point of leadership. Hopefully that adds on to my leadership and gives us more party. Can't upgrade her archery. She can only fight with pole on, so no point upgrading any of her other skills for now. Never mind. crossbowman, trained crossbowman, veteran crossbowman. What I want to get is every guy into one of these as sharpshooters because they're amazing. But obviously it takes a while, but the regular crossbowmen aren't too bad. Yeah, I'm still after an M40, but I've not really seen one for sale in the UK or where I could have them imported in for the UK for sensible money. They've always been really expensive. But I will hopefully get one at some stage. But for those of you who don't know, because I've mentioned this a couple of times in streams and things, with my current car, it's had a lot of problems, so I've had it repaired for now, but I'm looking to sell it. There's a battle going on there, I'll assist. And then what will happen is once that I've sold my current car, I've got a new car I've already paid a deposit on, so I might not be able to afford loads of fancy gas masks for a while, because obviously I've got car issues which take a priority of real life, really. I like the M65 a lot, but it doesn't make a good face seal. I want to get an M65Z at some point, because they're the best version of the M65, supposedly, but because I don't have one, I can't really comment. As you can see, my army looks a lot more professional now, because I've got a lot more crossbowmen rather than peasants. I'm just going to get the top-end Dacia Sandero, which isn't a fancy car at all. Sanderos are the cheapest cars you can buy in the UK, but they're actually not bad. So it'll actually be, you know, far more economical, because my Golf is at the age where it just, you know, needs loads of repairs done on it constantly. So yeah, Dacia Sandero, if you don't know what the Sandero is, look it up. It's one of those cars people complain about a lot on reviews because, oh, it's a cheap-end car and everything looks cheap and crap on it. But if you want a car for not much money that's okay, they're not too bad. Yeah, the problem I have with a lot of newer cars as well is the shape of them. It's like, if you look at things like the Fiat Panda, it used to be a boxy, really cheap car. Now Fiat have made them look more fancy. So they're bulkier, they use more fuel, and they don't even look, you know, they don't have that boxy charm to them that the older cars have. Oh, more troops ready to upgrade, good. Right, what size warband can I have now? Party size report. I still only have 69, so it seems leadership only applies when the person has a higher leadership, not a companion. I've got a Discord, but it's Patreons only, and obviously I keep it Patreons only so I can actually keep it manageable, and it's bad enough even then. At one point as well, somebody, unfortunately, who paid me $1 or whatever, then decided that they were going to hand out invites to absolutely everybody, so I had to ban him and, like, purge the channel. So the reason it's behind a paywall is to try and minimise that as much as possible. There are other gas mask Discord servers that are, like, totally free to join, but I don't bother with those. But yeah, I have a link in all my videos to my Patreon page, so if you wanted to pay $1 per month, you get access to the Discord. Even if you only wanted to pay $1, then cancel Patreon membership, I wouldn't kick you out of it. But I don't have it as a free thing, just because otherwise it just becomes abused far more easily. So hopefully that's answered your question regarding Discord servers. Sorry, slow mode's on as well. I had that on when I was doing like a Q&A live stream. And I always forget to turn it off, and I can't really turn it off now I'm in the game. So I know you have to wait like 30 seconds or something to reply. Yeah, as I was saying, people who'd like to donate, that's very kind of you, but nobody is forced to. It's just a Discord server is just like a reward for people who do support me, because then I pop in every now and again to answer questions on there or just talk to people. But I'm not even that reliable at doing that, so... Right, let's go to the marketplace, sell all this stuff I don't need. So that funny helmet, I only get 72 for that, because I guess my trade skill's not high enough that I get absolutely loads for all this stuff. I ought to buy some more goods, really. Buy some cabbage and fruit. Let me just go to the tavern just in case the slave trader guy's in here, but I bet he isn't because he's a pain to absolutely fine. Nope. Right. Leave. Okay, as I said, my party is in much better state than it was. What we need is another sort of easy to win battle now where I can let's go over to that Jellica area and see if I bump into anybody. I'm saying it's one of those things I wish I could really do for free, but it gives me people an actual incentive to, you know, give me anything on Discord per month, which is always Patreon per month, sorry, which is always nice, and it just makes it easier to manage the Discord. Because by having less people join, it's less open to abuse. But as I said, I did have to unfortunately make the rules a lot stricter because somebody paid me like $1 on Patreon just so you could start handing out invites to other people, and then like the server got raided by people, so I had to, you know, do a mass ban and then make the rules much stricter. So what happens now is if you give me anything on Patreon, I then PM you a private Discord link rather than just having, you know, a link anybody can access on the page once they've donated. Because then people just start copy and pasting it to other people. It's Mountain Blade Warband, which is a really old sort of RPG, but it's very fun because it's made by it's Turkish, I think, the company that makes this. So it's much more like a classic RPG than you know, like anything Bethesda makes nowadays, which is why I like it. You know, it's got a much steeper learning curve and everything else. Oh, that's cool, actually. You can click on that, and it says... Oh, that's prisoners. I thought I was saying who was actually in the thing. Slave driver. I was like, oh, he's the... Go on. Is the ransom broker in here? I really wish the ransom broker's in here. Oh, there. Oh, finally, he's there. Right, let's sell these guys. 60... 96... 96... 60... that's a little bit of extra money. Right, now let's try and find combat with some sort of group. Let's head back over there. I've actually got City Skyline, but I'm absolutely crap at it, so I'm afraid I wouldn't be very good trying to stream it because I can't even play it well enough. Because, you know, obviously you need to make a few cities fail, don't you? Restart, you learn a bit each time, and I've never really had the patience to do it. Yeah, Warband isn't free. Oh, there's a battle going on I can join in. Let's go to the aid of my soldiers if it will let me. Right, go on. Right, let's put all my troops on the ridge and just shoot the enemy. Hold this position. Alright, we horribly outnumber the enemy, but the enemy has lots of good cavalry because it's Swadia. Oh, the enemy's not committing his troops properly. Okay, I'm going to have to fall my troops back because look at that. The ally is just sitting his troops there. Right, fighting retreat. Yeah, what a horrible ally. He's just sitting his troops there on the ridge, not actually committing them. But I suppose that was a good place to probably leave the troops at the beginning, because it was a hill. Yeah, do you like the SHMS? I really like the SHMS, it's one of my favourite Soviet masks. Yeah, Warband isn't free, but it won't cost very much. Often it's on Steam sale for like £1 or a couple of pounds, and it's definitely worth getting for that. I have spent hours in this game. Let me quickly check. 115 hours total spent playing this, or mods for it. Looks like they've got some fresh troops being committed. Right, let's get all my troops back up to this hill, if they're going to go up here. And then when the fresh troops come in, we should be ready for them in a much better scenario than before. Have I lost any troops? No, that was good. So that initial mistake of moving everybody to the middle ground didn't actually cost me too severely. Just have to be careful because sometimes they try and rout you by coming around the side. I think the M65Z was meant to be a civil defence mask, but the M65Z has basically got better straps from what I've heard, and like the exhale valve cover's slightly different, but from what I've heard it's just you can generally get them newer in better condition. You know, but the annoying thing is when I look on eBay a lot of the time you search M65Zs, the one listed as Zs are regular M65s. I hate TF2 since they ruined all the classes. I liked it when it first came out, when the classes had specific roles, but now it's just use whatever gun you want and mess the game up. I am going to do a survival backpack kind of thing, because I bought a backpack for it, I just haven't bothered setting it up yet, but I'm kind of doing a homeless emergency survival bag kind of setup for that. You know, like rations in, some stuff for sleeping out in the cold. I might as well commit my troops now, because it seems like they've got a fresh wave of troops coming in, it seems, but because my allies now rushed ahead, there's no point keeping all my troops back. No, don't apologise, it's just I don't like TF2, just I liked it when it first came out, I played loads of it when it came out, up until they did a few updates, but now it's just nothing like what Team Fortress is meant to play like. I think that's why Overwatch has become so popular, because it's like TF2 before they did all the silly updates to it. Hello. No, we won just as reinforcements arrived. Oh, so I lost one regular villager. That's not bad at all. The enemy casualties, 60 killed, 3 wounded. Excellent. And of course I can now upgrade a lot of my troops to become better troops. I didn't get loads for that battle, but there's another one going on here, so let's rush to the aid of the other ally. Right, let's hold my troops here until I can work out what's going on with this battle. Then if necessary I'll commit them to the field. Again, we outnumber the enemy by quite a lot. We might as well move to the crest of this hill, I guess. Right, everyone hold this position. I don't think it's committed all the troops at once. I think it does this thing where even if I have like 50 troops, because I'm playing with an ally, yeah, it's like only 18 of my troops are committed at this point. And I think as the battle goes on, the enemy get reinforcement waves and I get reinforcement waves. The enemy looks like they're holding their position. So if I tell my troops to not charge, follow me, then I'll go to this hill and see if there's a position I can shoot at them from. If you're starting a YouTube channel and obviously you're making videos, you need to do videos about stuff you're actually interested about, because it's very obvious if you're watching a channel and they don't care about any of the stuff they're talking about, and they're like, oh, people are going to view this video because it's a popular topic, so, you know, so you have to make sure you're passionate about it, I guess, that's, because that way you won't get bored having to make the videos, whereas I think a lot of people make, oh, Minecraft's popular, I'll do Minecraft videos, oh, I hate doing Minecraft videos. Now I know obviously it's not a good idea to charge up a hill, but we're going to try and flank their position on that hill. So let's come in from this side while my main army's over there. Oh, crap. Right, hopefully my crossbowmen can help me deal with these guys. Come on, crossbowmen, where are you? There you go. I think we're still dominating the battle, but yeah, I wasn't expecting their reinforcements to pour in at me there. I think the M40 is a really cool looking mask. The only issue of the M40s is that they made them out of silicon, then they had to make the second skin for them, because it turns out they'd be useless against like blister agents like mustard gas and lewisite. So the smarter thing to do would have been just make the mask out of butyl rubber like the S10 and most of the other modern masks are. Right, I lost one crossbowman and the companion was wounded, but the enemy lost 31 killed, 17 wounded, 1 routed. I won't bother taking prisoners at the moment just because it's too difficult to actually know when you're going to finally get a chance to upgrade them. Not upgrade them, sorry, sell them. Because the annoyingly the slave guys move around, so they're quite difficult to find when you actually want to sell prisoners. Let's see if I can recruit some more volunteers from any of these places. Is my guy ready to upgrade yet? No, I need still like another 2k experience. No, sadly I don't have a PPM88. The closest thing I have to that is that weird Chinese mask I had the other day, which is like a cross between that and a few other industrial masks. But annoyingly, most PPM88s I've looked at, Russian sellers for them like want £20 postage, which I'm not going to pay, because that's obviously just a rip-off where they're making loads of extra money through postage. If I can buy from like the Ukraine and other places in Central and Eastern Europe for less than £5 postage, I shouldn't suddenly have to pay £20 to £30 postage from Russia. So if I find PPM88s for sale at decent prices, then I'll get one for sure, but especially at the moment, with obviously needing to sort out my new car, I can't really afford to just throw money at some certain masks. Yeah, I mean, the M40 is comfortable because it's made out of silicon. It's just, I said, that's the problem with making a mask out of silicon, is it's very weak against certain chemical weapons, which is why they had to make the weird GIMP second skin things for them to go over it. Yeah, that's called silicon. Lots of 3M masks are made out of silicon, so they're very comfortable. Right, I might as well go to Yarlan and sell my random looted items. Yeah, that Chinese mask I've got where it's made out of silicon or something very similar, it's very comfortable. The issue is the silicon's too flexible, so when you tighten the straps it just causes the mask to fold in on itself. The 3M masks do that actually if you tighten the straps too much as well, again because they're made of silicon. Let's just check if I can recruit anybody from this village. Yeah, good, I can buy supplies from the peasants. They don't have dried meat. It's expensive to buy, let's not buy that, I'll just buy some more cabbage. The M40, if you're on about how much the M40 costs, I think if you're in the States you can often get it for around $50. The issue is they're not allowed to be sold as exports from the US. because they're considered military hardware, so you then have to pay lots more to get them outside of America, which is why I've never got an M40, because I'm not going to pay £200 for one in bad condition, for example. Yeah, again, it depends. If you're buying it outside the States, they're going to cost a lot more than in the States. It's like why people say to me, I can't find S10s for sale really cheap. But it's like, because I'm in the UK, you can get S10s easily and quite cheap. But outside of the UK, people have to start paying a lot more for them. It's just, if you're in the country where the mask is made, they're generally much easier to buy. Right, go to the marketplace. Let me sell all this stuff. I want to find somewhere where I can just pick a fight with a load of bandits in a row. That would be good for a load of training for my troops. Let me just check what I've got the battle limit set to. 100. Let's just put that to 150 for now. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't pay that much for an S10. It's the problem that it's like supply and demand, basically. If you're somewhere where you can get them cheaply, they're definitely worth getting, but when it costs that much, just buy a brand new working mask, or buy whatever you can get. Let's have a little incursion into Swadia, because that Namibia village, or whatever it's called, isn't very far away, so let's raid the village and hope the Swadian army doesn't come to stop me. Very bad if you're in America, you need to respect the Constitution. Oh yeah, there's a military warband there. Let's not have an incursion just yet. I'm obviously a very big fan of the First and Second Amendment, because they both protect each other, freedom of speech and obviously right to bear arms. I mean, maybe what they could do in America is maybe have a single state where you don't have any of the Constitution. So if you hate the Constitution, you can move to that state and then just stop complaining. The M65, yeah, the Greek Cobra mask is a licensed copy of the M65 that's slightly modified. It's like the Israeli M15 is another version of the M65 that's modified. Let me just double check we're still at war with Swadia before I raid this village. Yeah, Swadia is -30 hostile, so their village is toast. Take a hostile action, loot and burn the village. Yeah, do you like your BEM 4GP? I like the 4GP, but lots of people hate it, but it's a fairly interesting mask. Oh, look at all this stuff I've raided. I'm going to get a lot of money for this. It's the company disguised party. Until I'm at least this far away, then I'm going to make a run for it. Right, yeah, let's make a run for it. I'll go to Yarlan and sell all my ill-gotten gains, which will get me loads of money in for my troops. Yeah, I mean, I like with the 4GP how you can change the filter position, because there's very few masks where you can do that. I think there was some Italian, just after World War II masks that had that feature. I mean, the problem with the BEM 4GP was apparently they first did a drinking tube version that had lots of problems. So later they took the drinking tube off, but the mask cost too much for them to make. They have ended up buying, I think it was FM12s from Avon, because it was cheaper to order masks from Avon than domestically build their own masks. So they just did that. But it is a nice, like, a very interesting mask. It's one of those masks where if I had a load of spare money at some point I might buy another one with all the accessories and everything else. Because my one I just literally got the mask and that was it. Let's sell that for loads of money. There we go, and I've just cleaned most of the traders out of absolutely loads of money. Cool. Is it an M17A1 you're getting, or the A2? Because the A1's the one with the resuscitation tube, but some of them listed as A1s are actually A2s. Cool. Yeah, I don't know much about the M90. I know the M45's that weird one with like the triangular kind of lenses, like the round... What, like semicircle lenses, I guess they are? I'll stream for a bit longer. I'm not going to be streaming well over an hour because I've got stuff I need to do today, including filming actual videos. One thing you'll notice, because I was saying my ear infection thankfully is clearing up now, but any of the videos I filmed like yesterday or the day before that would be on next week on like roughly Thursday, Friday kind of time, you'll notice that whenever I take a mask off it really hurts me when the straps touch my ears because of how inflamed one of the ears was. Did you all see my Steve Gorman VistaVision that I put up yesterday? Because that's like one of those really retro sci-fi looking masks. Oh, the castle's under siege. Can I assist? Or do I actually have to, definitely wouldn't be able to fight those parties, would I? Is there any way I can actually assist the troops inside? Because obviously those guys are going to pretty much wreck me if I try and directly fight for Warband them. Unless they're actually camping outside and not currently besieging it. Yeah, I've moaned about Hollywood a lot and not using filters. Yeah, when they say there's no asbestos in GP5 filters, they're really scummy sellers. Unless they're giving you a different filter and not the GP5 filter, it will be the standard particulate layer with asbestos mixed into it. Again, if the filter's in good condition, the asbestos can't leak out, but why risk it? It's annoying that I don't think I'd be able to get past these troops without being attacked, because otherwise I'd go to assist that guy there. Let's go round that way and see if I can get behind some of them. I like the Swiss SM90 because that's the one that's on the cover for Stalker Caller Pripyat, and it looks a bit like the Israeli M15 or an M65. Oh look, let's accompany these troops. Looks like we're going to have a big battle. That's good, because I was going to end the stream soon, so the stream can finish with a series of big battles as the main armies clash with each other. It looks like they're scattering now. Yeah, he wants some trained spearmen, so I guess I'll have to train him some spearmen, but let's see if we can get into combat with a load of these troops. Assume he's trying to chase down those 82 guys there. There we go, right. Let me stick my troops here for now. And then we'll see how the battle develops, where I'll move my men into. As I was saying, because it's a big battle, the issue is not all my troops get committed at once. So, like, obviously, I don't think the game can have more than a certain amount of units on the battlefield at once. So they come as reinforcement waves. Yeah, I've got Napoleon Total War. I like Empire Total War as well. And the Fall of the Samurai one for, what, Shogun? I'll get them to follow me for now, because it seems the enemy's quite a far way away. This would be a good place to hold my troops. Let's get them here, hold this position. Here comes another one. I think I got him with an arrow in the eye. I did. Oh, in the nose. Yeah, thankfully the stream's not getting raided. Last time I did a stream, there kept people saying like something like Ardite sends their regards over and over and over by about 7 different people, so they all got blocked. No idea what Ardite is. I mean, I know the Ardite in World War I were elite Italian troops, but I have no clue what it is for people to be spamming it on streams. Oh, is that battle over already? Oh, cool, I've got a prisoner. What do I do with a count then? Now I've got a count as a prisoner. I got more people that can be upgraded. I'll have 3 spearmen just because that guy wanted some trained spearmen. Do you use a regular ransom broker for lords? Because I've never managed to capture them before. It's always been like, oh, they were defeated in battle but managed to escape kind of thing. Look, here comes some more. Oh, they're running away. No, gamma radiation will always go for an NBC suit because you need a lead-lined suit to block gamma. Obviously, the more you've got, the less effective it is at damaging your cells, but you basically need thick lead or concrete to block gamma. Now let's join in the siege. No, I can't. Okay. Right, here comes some Swadians. Oh, quite a few of them there. Looks like there's going to be a battle, I guess. Oh, I got one hit knocked out by a crossbow. I'll just keep my troops here for now because my health is so low. Alright, can I dismount please? It's deadly assault concrete, that is. Let's put my guys... Oh yeah, they're doing what I was going to do. Right, follow me and we'll get as high up on the hill as possible so it's very steep for them to charge up at us. Did you see the latest thing about Novichok where they said, oh, they were poisoned with 100 grams of Novichok? Oh wait, no, sorry, we got that wrong, it was 100 milligrams, when people said that's obviously bullshit. Right, here they come. Ah, he ducked at just the right moment. Ah, there we go. Right, let's get all my troops back onto the position in the hill where they ought to be. Well, you managed to survive the apocalyptic event, but unfortunately you got asbestosis from wearing that filter, or mephsolimiona, or however it's pronounced. Oh, that guy's so screwed. Yeah, you can call me Liam, that's my name. Ah, good, I'm ready for upgrading a load of my men. Oh, well, those guys got really wrecked. Are we going to fight some more of them now? There's actually a lot of stuff happening now between Iran and Israel in Syria, but the news has barely reported on it, but as I said, I don't actually watch the news anyway. How long does it actually take then to finish sieging a city? Oh, I don't know about what this communist spy is. When you say Leon, my name's Liam. If you're referring to me, L-I-A-M as in short for William. Come on, I want one of these guys to try and pick a fight with us so we can actually have another battle. Oh, here we go. There's actually a battle. Alright, this is probably going to go very horribly considering it's a siege. Probably going to get gunned down from the walls. Well, not gunned down, but... Alright, order the troops to follow me. I don't know actually how many troops they've got defending. Let's have a look. 69. Alright, let's go at this angle, so it should be harder for them to have more angles of fire on me. Quite hard to tell how much I'm missing by. Oh. Problem is I don't have a shield because I'm using a pole arm. Okay, if I sit here I don't think they've got any angles on me. Right, are those guys still there? Yeah. Come back here. I actually like in this that you can shoot through those little gaps in a lot of games. They like block bolts and bullets and things like that, because the models don't reflect the actual collision models. How is that missing him? I don't understand. Oh, that one's got a dodgy collision model, but they don't actually see it. They're stuck there. Yeah, that's a bit bullshit. Yeah, the AI pathfinding's a bit crap in this game. The tactics of most AI is just basically run in straight line towards enemy most of the time. Oh good, we've got reinforcements coming. Enemies still outnumber us. It'd be nice if our guys just hurried up the ladder though. Can I hit them from this angle? Oh, that one I can finally hit. If I go up a few steps, I might get a flatter angle on them. But those guys are blocking my thing. Yep, come on. Up you go. Up you go. They don't really hurry themselves, do they, in a life and death situation on the castle wall? They'll just shuffle up this ladder. Come on. Come on, let us up. I don't want to fall off here either. Right. Oh no, this is probably going to go badly. I like how that guy's just stood in the staircase. Right, that's this tower cleared out. I'm gonna die like as soon as another bolt hits me, so let's... Oh, I'm out of bolts, that's useful. Can you actually pick up bolts that are, Oh, yeah. There we go. Is he still in there? Yep. I don't want him to suddenly hit me and kill me, so I have to be careful. I mean, this is easy kills, just shooting into those horde of men with a crossbow. Right. I wonder if I can tell my actual men to hold this position with me, because that would be a lot more useful than just trying to join the meat grinder on those stairs. Oh, so it's now actually telling all the men who aren't even under my command to go here. I don't want that. Quick charge. If I do, not F2, if I do number 2, that's archers, movement orders, hold this position. There we go. I can get all the archers to follow me, but not the other men. Right, I need to get some more bolts. If there are more bolts laying around anywhere. Do I not have any more reinforcements? Oh yeah, there they come. Oh, you got me. Let's just keep ordering my soldiers to attack without me. Ah, have we taken it? Yeah, we've taken it. Okay, let's go to the marketplace. And I'll stop the stream pretty soon. I'll sell off all the stuff I can sell off. I guess I have a lot less troops now. It means my wages have gone down. Just buy some grain. Give a second party. Apparently I can upgrade myself. I will keep wanting to put points in leadership, so that's charisma. So put another point to leadership. 2 more points into polearms. Then I'll wait here for some time to heal myself. So yeah, Swadia has lost one of its main cities. Good, good. Anyway, I'll be stopping the stream in a minute. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. As I don't normally stream at this time of day, I was just doing it today because Weapon Collector normally does a stream in the evenings, and I always watch his stream on Fridays and Saturdays. And I was going to do a stream yesterday, but then obviously because my ear was infected and painful, I didn't really feel like it. So, yep, I will just finish this off in a second. I'll just see what other party members I can upgrade. More crossbowmen for me. Excellent. Right, anyway, hope you've enjoyed the stream. I'll stop this now, and I'll obviously be doing more regular videos at 5 o'clock every day, etc. So, see ya.